Hi.
Jack, nice to meet you. Oh
It's so great to meet
my God, look
you.
at
I'm so
us. This is so
excited. Yee, we did
cute.
it.
How are
Yes.
you?
I'm amazing. How are
I'm
you?
great. I love the pink in your room. Wait, I have to show you this. You might not be able to see. Um, Hold on. See, okay, wait.
Cute. Oh my God, I love
He's. Oh,
that.
I'm gonna keep her on for us because.
Wait, I need
Oh my gosh,
one.
they're
That's
so cute.
cute.
Honestly, just like look up online, like pink neon light with
No, I'm literally gonna look right
lips.
after this.
I love it. I love it. Well, thanks for having me. I'm so excited.
Yes, of course. Thanks for joining us on Pop
Thanks.
Palace. We celebrate iconic women and queer people in pop music and pop culture. And so, one thing we like to do is have our guests introduce themselves and tell us one of your earliest memories you have in music.
Ooh, okay. Hi, I'm Ella Collier, and one of my earliest memories I have in music is watching Taylor Swift come on up at the Red Tour. She had like the Shadow,
Mm-hmm.
State of Grace opening song.
Yep.
And even earlier than that, Speak Now tour. I felt spiritually impacted by both
Mm-hmm.
entrances at the shows.
Yeah,
So I would say that was one of my earliest memories.
I love that. One of my earliest memories is the when Miley turned into Hannah and like everyone realized it. That is like
Crazy.
etched into my brain for
Crazy.
forever.
It was the last season, right? That last season was the
Yeah.
quality went up. You know another
Mm-hmm.
one?
When she like ran out of the concert with her wig in her
So
hand.
crazy. Also the
Yes.
one in the Hannah Montana movie. I was sobbing. I was sobbing. Revolving
Mm-hmm.
Door when she like kept missing a date and like
Yes.
that was some deep. That's honestly really deep. Now that we look back at
No,
it.
like that stuck with
Same.
me. That
I'm
changed
glad we're
me.
on the same page. Honestly.
Right. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, let's talk about sleeping with
love
karma.
her.
So, as you're tapping into your like dark feminine
Mm.
vibe, can you unpack what that means to you, both like sonically and just like as a person?
Great question. So, sleeping with karma, the dark feminine, right? We love
Mm-hmm.
an archetype. We love an archetype.
Yep.
I think, in my experience, there are a lot of archetypes that move through our world and they come into our lives as people or as themes in our lives. And I think that the archetype of sleeping with karma and the dark feminine is something that I almost have tried in my pain to channel as armor in a way,
Mm-hmm.
and not necessarily in a place where it's actually the divine feminine, right? And I
Yeah.
think that the best thing about, and for everyone who's confused, like in the spirituality world of it all, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I think no matter gender or identity, everybody has masculine energy and everybody has feminine energy. And I think in romantic relationships, and especially in the dynamic that I'm talking about in Sleeping with Karma, it's a ego driven relationship dynamic. And
Mm-hmm.
I think in this world and day and age of dating and situationships, there is this understanding that if you care, like we're gonna run and the situationship energy. And so I think how my spirit and myself had learned to cope with these types of relationship dynamics, was to put a mask on and play the dark feminine. I don't care. I'm a dog, like that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
When really I'm only doing that for love and approval. So
Yeah.
it's dark, but it's not anything I feel like we all haven't experienced in some way to try to like fit in the box of
Mm-hmm.
like being loved at the end of the day.
Yeah. I love that.
Thanks.
When was like the first idea that you wanted to turn this feeling and this like experience into music?
Mm, you know, funny, I just got out of therapy. I was like, we're just going to go therapy, interview, just really. So you caught me at a good time. I think that for me, and I think in the human realm, always just
Hmm.
wanted love, like just a
Yeah.
normal connection. And things get twisted along the way. And I think Sleeping with Karma wasn't the first time that I've like decided to write about this type of dynamic. I think
Hmm.
personally for me, I have to write songs to get through anything that I'm getting through. And like, I think specifically in the period of Sleeping with Karma, I've had experiences where I've had toxic relationship situationships where the power dynamic was off and I tried to flip the power dynamic. And I was about to make a decision again to basically jump into the chaos of what that means. Because there is a part of it that feels exciting and addicting. And honestly, like, as I'm doing this interview and people who are listening or whatever, like, I'm not telling you to, like, not, but this is usually what happens for me. I've never had the experience where, like, I show up inauthentically to myself and show up with a mask and a character and play a game and we end up in love. Like, has it worked for me?
Nope.
Has it worked for you? Yeah, like, I don't know.
Nope.
Right? So it's like,
and not, yeah, no.
you know, so I think I was about to almost do that again. And my subconscious was like, girl, remember what happens. This is the actual impact and consequence of this is not even how the relationship ends up. It's actually how my brain, body, spirit ends up. I end up wacky woo woo. I end up anxious. Like, it's not good for me. So I think that's kind of like the manifestation of like how that song came to be.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, and like this is a bit random, but if you could like assign a fragrance or like a scent that you have to go with Sleeping with Karma, what would that vibe be?
I'm gonna go get it right now.
OMG.
Wait, that's so funny. I love this question. Okay. We're gonna do an unboxing. Where is it?
OMG, I'm so excited.
This is it.
I'm very like, I associate scents and like vibes and things with like all the music I listen to. So I like to hear it from like the creator side, like what they would think.
That's so cool. Wait, okay, well, I would say this and then I want to know what yours is. So there's this perfume called Bal the Freak.
Okay, I love that.
We're gonna open it right now. I'll tell you what it smells like.
A little unboxing.
Unboxing!
I love the name too. That's
She's
cute.
so fun. But I would say it's this because it's giving like noir night. Kind of like, wow, this is cute. Look at her.
Oh, that's really cute. Wait, I love
fun. I'm obsessed. Okay. Wait, is this like, oh, okay, never mind. That's just like just like a cute little like, okay. I feel like we're on like
I love
TikTok
this.
Live. Okay.
Right? I'm like, everyone tap the live.
Literally. Okay, let me tell you what this smells like.
Wait, that bottle's cute.
So cute. We'll put some on.
Okay.
Channeling Sleeping with Karma. Ooh. Okay, well, cut my face. It's so good. Honestly, it smells like expensive, but it's almost like an overbearing smell a little bit. There's notes of like, how do I explain a scent? Like, it's like this noir, expensive, almost like, it's not very sweet, but it's not like oaky. Okay. It's like,
yeah.
It feels like when you walk into like a Miami sushi bar rooftop.
Cute. Yes.
With the man that you met on Raya. Like that. Am I explaining this right to you?
No, I totally get it. I'm like visualizing
it's almost like a little summer, but like it could be worn at any season. But it's definitely the perfume that you put on when you're like going out for like a nice dinner and like you're going out to put on the black dress. What would you say your scent is?
Okay, for Sleeping with Karma, I think I work at Lush and there's a scent called Goddess.
Oh my god, I love it.
And it's like a dark oud and jasmine, but it's still like girly and purpley, but like I feel like it's really like that dark feminine vibe. I feel like it's really fitting.
Wait, I love it. I also love Lush. I need to go back.
Oh my god, it's so fun. I love it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wait, that's a great question. I'm obsessed.
Yay. Okay, so this is your first time working over a drill beat. What drew you to the sound, and how has like working with a new sound pushed you as an artist?
You're good. You're gonna be a famous interviewer one day.
I can't wait.
I know. Like, we're manifesting. I love elements of hip hop and drill in general, just as a consumer and as a listener. Honestly, I give props to my producer, Sam Vendig. Like, he and I have this collaboration where we're in a space now that we can almost experiment with anything that we want. So when we were first starting, it wasn't like, hey, we're writing Sleeping with Karma today, and like, hey, we're writing an artist song. Like, we just had the space
Yeah.
and freedom and understanding between our collaboration that like, oh, like let's try this out, like who knows? And like of course when I first heard it, I was like, oh, that's interesting. Like there's parts of my brain that are like, is that for me? Like I don't know. But I was like, let's run for
Mm-hmm.
it and go. And I think that the drill beat channeled this cocky energy,
Yeah.
especially in the verse. Nice. Thanks, girl. But like it really did channel this cocky energy, and I think it pushing me as an artist. I think the biggest thing is maintaining my authenticity and like my voice through whatever the production is doing has been like a very big journey for
Mm-hmm.
me. And also making the shift because like as you hear through the song, right, like the verses have this very high intense drum bass 808 feeling, and then we almost go
Yeah.
into that that actually only happens once, the part that's like show me you see me, like that part, like we open
Mm-hmm.
up and then it kind of goes back into this like swaggy kind of thing for the chorus. And so I
Yeah.
think the biggest challenge is not doing it too much to where like the allure of it wears off, because
Mm-hmm.
it's like you put on too much perfume. It's like you squeeze it once or
Yeah.
twice, you don't pour it on you, so finding that
Exactly.
balance,
Yeah.
and creating the world of that energy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Have you ever, this is really random, but growing up in high school, our other like high school in town had a stomp squad
Obsessed.
and they would do stomp to drill
I'm
beats.
obsessed.
And anytime that we played them in like a game, or not that I was there often, but anytime they played them in a game, if they had their stomp squad out on halftime, I was like, oh, we're gonna lose.
I'm dead.
Like the energy they brought, I was like, oh, it's
That's
over.
amazing. No, it's true.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Like the energy it gives you though, like the drill beat really pumps you
It really
up. I'm
does. I
like,
feel like it like channels a different side of us, and like I feel like as a listener for you, like that's so funny with the Stop Squad. That's hilarious. Like,
no, literally, I was like, I'm cheering for the other team right now,
I'm
and I'm fine with
obsessed. I bet you it
it.
does make a difference, honestly. But that's kind of what I want for you guys, because like, of course, I can sit here and like talk about the meaning of sleeping with karma and like what it really means to me. But in a way, it is still like a confident song. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
almost like you rest in your decision and you're okay with it, right? Like we're okay
Hmm.
with like being a little toxic tonight, and like we're okay with like putting on the dress and going and like playing the game. Like
Yeah.
there is a sense of like I do have control as well. And so for anyone who listens even for one time and maybe doesn't grasp like, damn, this is about a toxic relationship, I'm like, cool, like did you feel hot and cool like while you're listening to it? Like
Right.
that's what I want. Let's
Exactly.
channel your power.
I love that. What do you like imagine your listeners doing when they're listening to this song? Do you see them like getting ready for like an event or like being a baddie walking down the
Obsessed.
street?
I think it's
Like,
a really fun one. So there's a specific times that I would like listen to this. So I guess I'll just use
yeah.
my. It's after you've gotten ready, your makeup or lack thereof, whatever you want.
Hmm.
You're ready, you feel good, and you're like driving and like
Yeah.
on the way to the event, and it's like, all right, let's get it together. Like that kind of
Hmm.
energy. When I sip my Red Bull and I'm like ready to go in there. I think it's really
Yep.
good also for like the gym, or like even just like alone at night, like when you want to dance in the mirror, like that type of thing. I think
Hmm.
it's really good for that. I think I listen to most of my music in the car. I would
Yeah,
say
me
something
too.
like that. And also a lot of people have told me that they've really been interested in loving listening to this for like getting ready to go out with the girls and like that kind of thing, which has been so
Hmm.
cool because like that's the dream for where your song would be played. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'd say those. What about you? What do you
I
think?
love that. I listen to a lot of my music before
I would love
work
it.
because I have to talk to people all
Mhm.
day. So I'm like, I gotta really get into like the baddest bitch version of
Obsessed.
myself so I can
Obsessed.
do my job. And like, I don't know, it's a lot to talk to people. So I'm like, if I think I'm cool and I know I'm
Right.
cool, then like, why wouldn't they talk to me?
Totally.
And it
Wait, I'm
works.
obsessed. I needed to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm really proud of you too. Like you gotta
Yes.
have like a process to be able to show up. And
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
however like you can channel energy for yourself to actually show up is people don't do that enough, and that's why we get depressed. Like we need something to like fill our cup, you know?
Yeah. And that's why pop music is like so personal to
Mm,
me is because I use that as a way to like escape the world I'm
totally.
in and give myself like put myself in that pop music
Totally.
world and live through
Totally.
that when I couldn't live in the world that I feel like
I'm
now.
obsessed. And also
And
you don't have
so
to escape
yeah.
because you are. Like that's the other thing with
Yeah.
like pop music, and like I want you to know, like even with me, it's like this is all persona. These are all like extensions of the highest versions of ourselves, and like
Mm-hmm.
who we see in the mirror, like what we dress up for Halloween or like whatever that is, you know. So, like
Yeah,
we are the same, and like we grow, like, you know, you don't have to escape to like be a pop and like be in that world, you
exactly.
know.
And that's where like I evolved too, because now I'm like, why can't I be the
Yeah,
artist? I don't make the music, but
yeah,
I'm still artful
yeah.
as
You
a
are.
human. And
You have great
so
energy.
yeah. Oh, thank you so
You know,
much. That means the
of
world.
course.
So where are you located? Like, where do you live?
Where do I live? I live in Los Angeles. I love it here.
Okay.
Yeah,
What are the like vibes towards pop music there? So I'm in
obsessed.
Oklahoma, and it's very much looked down
Mm,
upon, but we've got some like girls and gays here who really get
yeah,
it. And
yeah.
so what is it like over there?
I feel like in Oklahoma for sure with the girls and gays who actually really get it, like y'all get it even more than probably.
Oh, we get it down.
Because I feel
Yeah.
like almost being in somewhere in Los Angeles, it's almost taken for granted in a way.
Okay, yeah.
So put into the culture. Like I wouldn't say it's like taken for granted is like a has a negative connotation, but I mean that's
Right.
part of the reason why I moved to Los Angeles. I think that the collective energy of creativity and exploration here is
Mhm.
very inspiring to me, and I feel like I fit right in. And I mean, I just went to an event the other night at the Roxy. Shout out Disco Shrine. She is amazing. You should check her out.
Oh
But it
yeah.
was a pride event, and a bunch of beautiful, amazing performers went on, and I was like, "This is art." Like, actually, there were
Mhm.
like 15 plus people that went on before Disco Shrine, and it was like someone brought out like a like disco ball sculpture, and like they're wearing like beautiful like robes and, you know,
Yes.
glitter, and really like putting on a performance.
Mhm.
And I feel like it's celebrated, you know, to just explore almost these like taboo or like it's funny because the stuff we talk about in pop music is just like what humans think about. It's not even like this random, you
Right.
know? So I'd say here it
Mhm.
is very like celebrated and excited. And I do want to be sure I don't take that for granted, you know, because like
Yeah.
this is sorry, I just plugged in my computer. But
Oh no, you're fine.
um it's that's why I like here. There's just like so much energy here, and
Yeah.
long-winded answer, but yeah.
No, I definitely get that. I've been to Los Angeles
Oh,
twice,
fun.
and you can like once you like step out in the city, the vibe is just like it's different.
You can literally do
It's
anything you want. And
crazy.
that's the thing is like not really judgment coming anywhere. Like pull up
Yeah.
in whatever outfit you want. Like no one's looking twice. Like it's
Mhm.
just a great place to explore the versions of who you are, you know, and that
Yeah,
evolution. Hmm.
definitely. One thing, and this isn't about me, but little thing about me is the judgment here I get from like all the like basic
Hmm.
normies. Low key gives me energy to be weirder and more
I
gay.
totally get
It's
it.
like they like it pushes their buttons, and I'm like something in my brain. It's like serotonin.
Mm,
I'm like, oh yes, it's working. It's
totally. I'm
working.
sorry though that you feel like you have to navigate through that, you know, but like
Oh, it's all good. I'm in a city, and it's could be way
no, you're
worse.
right. And
So
also I think
yeah.
with like your energy and who you are, we have this opportunity to like teach people, not in
Mm-hmm.
like making them see like, hey, like I like, but just by the way you're so kind and fun and exciting, like that almost disarms people in a way. And like I think that's how we
Yeah.
make real change, right? Is like
Mm-hmm.
this genuine excitement and positivity you have for like your world and who you are and what you stand for. Like
Exactly.
they'll be like, oh man, like it might take a while. But I think it disarms people because at the end of the day, we're all souls
Yeah,
conditioned through like
definitely.
societal expectations. But don't let me get that there.
Yeah, but definitely. And like seeing people that are unafraid to be
Yeah,
themselves helps other
totally,
people slowly do that too.
totally,
And it
totally.
just slowly, piece by piece, takes down the
How old are
patriarchy.
you?
I'm
Oh my god,
24.
we're the okay. So I'm 25.
Okay,
So we're like
yay.
we're in the same like developmental phase of like we're
Yeah.
like kind of out of like the grip of society, and like now we're
Mm-hmm.
trying to figure out like what's mine, what's theirs, what do I take with me, like all of those
Yes,
things. Yeah,
exactly.
I'm with you.
You get it. Yeah.
The girls are top 10.
I love
I
it.
love it.
Okay, so you write a lot about tension, desire, and
Hmm.
chaos. What's something that calms you down when you're feeling those
Oh,
feelings?
you're so good. Meditation.
Okay.
I will say that I am on it with like how I tend to this version of myself. Because what I
Mm-hmm.
read about is true. Like, I obsess, I'm chaotic, I'm an alcoholic, I have strong reactions if I don't tend to this. And that's kind of the point of this project, right? Is like, this is what happens when I let my ego run wild. So, in my personal
Yeah.
life, I really try to practice meditation every single day. Progress, not perfection. Like, I'm definitely not out here
Mm-hmm.
being like, I do 25 every single day, like minutes of
Yeah.
meditation, but really taking a second to meditate. And sometimes I do it to Hindu music, and I take a lot from like Buddhist, Hindu Hertz frequencies. Sometimes I just do it
Yeah.
in silence. Sometimes I do it with like a guided meditation. Also, this breathing, I learned this in yoga. Basically, like, you breathe all the way in, but you hold it at the top for like a just like kind of till you feel a little uncomfortable. Then you
Mm-hmm.
let it go. Then you hold it at the bottom without breathing in again,
Yep.
kind of till you feel uncomfortable. And you do that a couple times, and it calms your nervous system down. I think the somatic and actually having self-soothing ways by yourself without the external, which I'll talk about too, is really helpful because not your therapist isn't always available, and like friends aren't always available, and like
Mm-hmm.
it's really helpful to just like have tools for yourself. So I'd say those two things, and then I love a good journal. I like to pray. I'm a big pray girl. And
Mm-hmm.
then therapy. And I love to explore like reading books about love and spirituality. I talk to ChatGPT sometimes, guys. Like, I'm out here. So I would say
Yeah.
some of those things, and then also like once I can set myself present in those things with those practices, I'm more able to take in like, wow, there's like a butterfly outside like flying around, and I feel more confident. Also, Abraham Hicks, guys, if y'all need help with manifestation or like feeling switching your perspective, listen to Abraham Hicks.
Mm-hmm.
I go through periods of listening to her in the mornings.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
me, I'm
Awesome.
like,
I love
this is
it.
everything.
No, yes, that's so important though, because I feel like a lot of people talk about like they'll be talking more about like the negative side of being
Mm-hmm.
burnout
Mm-hmm.
or overexerting yourself, but I feel like it's important to also talk about like some of the ways we can maintain ourselves.
Totally,
Because if we want to be an artist, we are putting out so much
totally,
energy and so much of
totally.
ourselves, but we can't do that without taking time and moments for ourselves too.
Exactly. And also, it's like, I want to show up authentically for you guys. Like, it's even something
Mm-hmm.
like when I post like on TikTok or Instagram, like sometimes I won't let myself, like my post won't come in till like 12 or 2 p.m. LA time. And
Yeah.
the reason why is because it's like maybe I had a crazy morning, and like maybe I needed to like really channel my energy before I post. Like, I really try to like actually meditate before I post anything because I know my
Yeah.
energy might be off. And like, I
Mm-hmm.
want to just like, yeah, I mean, it's my responsibility, honestly. Like, my job is to show up for people and like to be a vessel of energy. And so I want to make sure that I like do right by that responsibility. But it's also
Yeah,
mostly for my
definitely.
sanity. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you meditate and like calm yourself before you go in to record, or do you like hype yourself up?
I think this is something my vocal coach has very much talked to me about. It's like both. We start with like the
Mm-hmm.
calm, the breath work, the meditation, getting the spirit and mind right. Then we do the physical warm up. Then in the car on the way there, it's like, cool, like let me pop open the Red Bull and
Yeah.
like let me play the crazy playlist and like get ready. But that's because I've like kind
Mm-hmm.
of laid the groundwork like a couple hours before, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, I've been asking this question a lot this season because I've been really interested in the answer.
Love.
So, this is honestly just for me, but if you had like an unlimited budget
Mm.
and like nothing holding you back to create a niche or unique merch item, what would you do? So, like some answers, I've heard one person say they'd make a karaoke machine with only their songs. Um, Me personally, I want Madonna to make a Madonna Bible with her lyrics
So
inside.
cool.
So, like anything that you could think of that you were like, I'm so down for this.
I think that I'm going to do some version of this when my album comes out.
Mm-hmm.
I actually wouldn't sell this as merch if I had an unlimited budget because this girl obviously wouldn't need to make money.
Oh, true.
But for my fans and my OGs who've like been with me for a really long time, I mean, this doesn't sound like unlimited budget, but like I would want to personalize like I would do like either like a vinyl or some sort of poster like of the album with a track list on the back, and like kind of like
Mm-hmm.
Taylor Swift it with like the handwritten lyrics, any like little kind of like symbols of the songs like within it,
Yeah.
almost like a book, like a tour book. But I would really,
Mm-hmm.
and I know this isn't like unlimited budget, but it's kind of just what I think is the most meaningful is like handwritten note
Yeah.
to every single person, and like just a thank you handwritten note to them. And
Mm-hmm.
I think also it'd be really cool if there was like a physical copy of like the next project or just something like
Oh
I think something
yeah.
that's more important to me than like the glitz and glam of like the merch is like the meaning behind it. And
Mm-hmm.
but also if I could really, this is a side one. I love Mad Happy. I love Mad Happy is, like the sweat brand.
Yeah.
I own so much from them. If I could
Mm-hmm.
do a collab with them for my merch, I love hoodies, and I have a song that I literally say like, I'd rather keep my hood up, walk the world alone, in my song Hold Please.
Yeah.
I would love to do like a hoodie line.
I love that. I'm a hoodie freak too.
I love them. They're the
I
best.
have I have a separate closet just
I'm
for
obsessed with you. You
hoodies.
get it. I like wore one today, and
Like,
I was like, let me just like be a
yeah.
person today. So,
I
but we're
love it.
persons with them. But I love that. Like, I
Yeah.
think I would do that, and I really do want merch for every single song. Like, I have a song called "Bless You" coming
Mm-hmm.
out, and I'm like, bro, hope you get well soon. Bless you. As like merch is so dope. Like,
That was
that'd
so
be so
cute.
fun. So I'm definitely thinking about that. But I think just like dope sweatshirts would be so cool.
Yeah. I can't wait to order
Oh my
them.
god! Well, let me get a budget, and I'll let you know. Well, I will.
Yes,
That'd be
I'm so
really. I'll
excited.
send you one.
Okay, yeah. I'll send you a Pop Palace shirt.
Yay! You got merch!
Slay. And some
Oh my god,
Lush.
I'm obsessed with
Yes.
you. Okay, perfect. Deal.
Okay, I have one final
Yay!
question going off the royalty theme of Pop
Love.
Palace. So imagine yourself in the throne
Mm.
and you have a royal court with 2 to 3 other either musical inspirations or idols. Who would they be?
Okay.
And they don't have to be like related to your music. This can be just like your personal like
Okay.
fave.
I would say Taylor Swift. I'm sorry, like obsessed.
No, that's so fair.
I love Tay Tay Swizzy. I would say Taylor Swift, Amy Winehouse. Love her. I know she's not with us, but like I saw something and it was like, I don't know if we could put this in the interview, but it was like Amy would have loved vapes.
Oh, 100%. She would like a box
I
mod.
was like,
Oh my god.
LOL. I love her.
That's so
I would say
funny.
her. This is a weird one. Not a weird one. Because I would love it to be all women. But Mac Miller,
That's okay.
man. I really, really love
Yeah.
Mac Miller.
If you're gonna add a man,
She,
that's a good choice. Like,
she's like,
oh my
right.
god.
No, I really, really love Mac Miller. I think his perspective on the world was very beyond its time. And I think of him
Hmm.
as actually like a spirit guide in my life.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
Mac Miller, Taylor Swift, Amy Winehouse, and the last one I'd say Stevie Nicks.
I love it.
Yes. We had like one more
Period.
like crazy girly in there, like Sophie. I'm doing all the people who pass away. I'm like, I love you guys.
Oh my god.
But those,
Oh
I
my
mean,
god. Sophie, life
life
changing.
changing and like all
Hmm.
very innovative in their own fields. And I think that's the
Yeah.
thing that I like about all of them is that they were free thinkers for themselves and like did not let what we were kind of talking about earlier, like the norm inform how they created their art. And also I feel like they've
Yeah.
probably been through some shit too. And so they could have a
Hmm.
lot of guidance just on how to like keep your personal autonomy and authenticity through everything.
Yeah, definitely. And I think they'd just be fun to
So
vibe with
fun.
too.
I need to talk to
Like
Taylor
each of them
Swift.
I could like yeah.
I need her to tell me how she gets through all this stuff.
I can't imagine her
I
life.
know.
Have you gone to the Eras
I
tour?
didn't go. Did you go?
No, I didn't. I didn't have the money
Same.
or it was too far.
Really expensive,
Yeah.
and I was like, I'll see it on TV. Obviously wish I did because it was like once in a lifetime. But like, I feel like you saw so much of it like on TikTok Live.
Yeah. And also, like, she's still young, so like she's gonna tour
Yeah, I know this
again.
girl. This
I'll
girl's
see
at the
her in the
last one. I
future.
feel like for anyone else to be like, all
Yeah,
right, I did my thing. Love you guys. I'm gonna go start my makeup brand. Like, see you on the other side. She's out here like in
right,
Nashville, like playing guitar like 2 days ago.
right,
So
yeah.
funny. I'm obsessed. Also, I just want to say like thank you for doing this with me and giving me the opportunity to just like talk more about what this is because it's so fun to be able to get like the message across because sometimes it's hard in like a 15-second video, you know?
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you joining us on Pop Palace. This has been like one of my favorite interviews. I'll
Yeah!
cut that out,
Don't make
but
me cry. I already cried today in therapy.
no, but like actually, it was so lovely to like actually meet you instead of just like texting on
Oh my God, it's so
Instagram.
nice to meet you too. And like, I'm always here for you. So if you ever want like just to talk about creativity or questions or anything, like, you know, I'm literally one. You can call me like one call away for real.
Yeah, same. And if you're ever in like Oklahoma or Texas, anywhere around here, hit my line.
I'm
I'll come
literally
see you.
writing. I'm adding Oklahoma to my tour list because like on TikTok,
No, literally, I'll show you all the cool people.
I would
We'll
love
have
to.
fun.
Here's my like, you know how people post these TikToks and they're like, and I'm being for real. Like people, I'm like, hey,
Hmm.
like if you comment, like you'll get a free ticket to my next show or whatever. Like when I go on tour,
Yeah.
and I asked people like where they're talking, like commenting from because I'm like, I want to make my
Hmm.
tour list to know exactly where I'm coming. So tour location. So I like write everywhere people are commenting from.
Yeah.
So okay, Oklahoma. She's going on.
Yeah. Put Oklahoma City. That's where I am. We are like, I don't know, we're slowly growing.
Wait, that's so fun. Also, like
Yeah.
you're right around all the fun. So you know, we love a
Yeah.
little South
That's
moment.
awesome.
Well, thank you so much, Jack, for having me. And I
Yes.
can't wait to like catch up another time soon. We'll have to do one at the end of
Yes,
the
for
album. It would be
sure.
so fun.
No, literally, that would be so fun. I've been wanting to do like a part two season with
Yes.
like people and interview them again, like in like a little bit
Wait, I'm
later.
proud of you. This is
So
amazing.
definitely be on the
Keep
list. Yeah,
growing
thank
it.
you
Keep
so
growing it. I'm so
much.
proud of you. And it's
Yes.
so nice to meet you in real life.
Yes. Of
I'll take you to the
course.
heart. You
Yes.
know?
Don't be a
I won't.
stranger.
Love you so much.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.